Ely attacked by easy cameras in front of home. The growing trend of confronting rival YouTubers at their homes took a turn on Friday night as controversial Yonkers, New York-based YouTuber Ely engaged in a fistfight with YouTuber Easy cameras on outside of his home and ultimately was multiple times in front of his wife on a live stream. Ely was taking part in the live panel on the People's Broadcast TV when he asked the panel for advice. He said that he was at home and that from time to time fans and clout chasers show up for autographs and pictures. Tonight he claimed that there was a fan outside his house who he had previously refused to promote. He said that his wife and son informed him that the man was screaming his son's name and demanded that Ely come out of the house. The People's Podcast TV panel gave various views on the situation with dubious legal advice before Ely said he could see the man, later identified as Easy Cameras 2 by Familia TV, supposedly had brass knuckles. Ely brought up a second feed to the panel as his wife recorded the YouTuber leaving the house and he was immediately jumped by Easy Camera. Easy also had a friend live streaming the altercation. The two men traded punches until Ely took Easy Cameras to the ground and engaged in UFC-style ground and pound. That's when Ely's wife's camera stopped broadcasting. Easy's footage, as aired on Familia TV, showed that Easy took a tremendous beating until he took out a knife and began stabbing Ely repeatedly. Easy got on top of Ely and continued to him until Ely's wife pulled Easy off her husband. Easy's footage ended shortly after that. Ely would later livestream from the hospital, now on a gurney, as he began to show off what appeared to be extensive superficial cuts on his arms, elbows, and shoulders, defensive wounds on his knuckles, and larger stab wounds on his right arm that were covered in bandages. When a nurse asked him to stop recording due to HIPAA rules, Ely told her to take his IVs and monitoring devices off as he was leaving. He said as he was dressing that he lost a lot of blood on the scene and received several staples on his right arm, but refused stitches for the rest of the wounds. He refused to identify Easy Cameras as he didn't want to give his rival YouTuber clout and signed his discharge papers before getting dressed and leaving the hospital. He was greeted by family members and neighbors who he briefly identified before ending his live stream. It is unclear if police were involved in the incident as Easy Cameras live streamed the footage and it was eventually sent to Familia TV. This is a breaking news story.